Okay, good morning, guys. How are you doing today? Good morning, online. Good morning. Hope everyone are doing good. So, what did we discuss yesterday? Answer. Did you complete the practicals? Ah, super. Very nice. Yes, doing good, ma. Thanks, Aujanya. What is that? No, Srini. You should do it, no? So, most of the people have done. That's good. Those who have not done, I'm leaving on you. So, take time and do it. Okay. So, I cannot come to your home and sit next to you and do it. No. So please take your time and then do it. Okay, another very important news which will make you happy. Mm. Mm? Holidays, ah? You want holidays, ah? Huh? Christmas holidays, how many days? Uh-huh. So do you understand, do you remember here in Naresheti, AWS screen test happened? Do you know that? You know who are the top five? Ria sir batch only, right? Thank you for the applause. So, top five are from our batch only, the previous 9 a.m. batch. All top five, not so I got to know today only. So, they all top five people came to me and they met me here just now. And I appreciated them. And not only top five, in the top 50 or 60 students they have selected, so many people are there. So, good days are coming. The only thing is wait for opportunity. I'm telling you since day one, once you get opportunity, you can kick like anything because that's how deeper and that's how so many services that we are covering. You know how much they scored? Out of 50, 45 he scored topper. Understood? Nice. Very good, Nana. So I just told you this for to motivate you, right? So you are not with a normal trainer, huh? So good one. You are getting a lot of knowledge. That's what I meant. Okay. Nice. So today, let's take up another important service. Yes, freshers. How come? Why experienced people will write the screen test? No, these are all freshers only. Can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Okay. So we are talking about the storages, no? Till now, we discussed about S3 and then we discussed about transfer family, right? And today, I'll talk about another storage service. Okay. So which is the storage service act as a hybrid storage in AWS? Hybrid storage. Huh? Is it written on my face? Why you are staring at me? See the book? EFS topic was there, no overview section. There I have mentioned. And which is a service where you can move the data from on-premises to AWS. Yeah, online fine. See. Check your book. Which one? Storage. Now it will register in your brains, right? Once you go back and check it, then you will, next time the question you will be answering it. So storage gateway. So storage gateway is the combination of your private and then public. So private meaning your on premises and public meaning here AWS. Yes or no? It's a combination of on-premises and AWS. But Nana, do we have on-premises to do the practice, to do the practicals? We don't have on-premises, no. But what I'll do is I'll take another route and to make these practicals happen. Generally, do we leave any practicals? No. So this one also storage gateway, I'll make you to do this practicals. But I want everyone to concentrate. It's a little bit important. And if you are somewhere, it's very hard to come back and then listen this again. Okay, concentrate. So which service is this, Nana? Storage gateway. So it is used to transfer data from on-prem to AWS and vice versa. So from on-premises to where it is stored is sending the data to S3, EBS, Glacier, and FSX. So what is storage gateway, Nana? Storage gateway, what's the purpose of the storage gateway? Is used to transfer data from on-premises to AWS and AWS to on-premises. So in AWS, which are the services you can push the data from on-premises? S3, EBS, Glacier, and FSX. Remember FSX? Shared storage for Windows. Shared storage for Windows. And can we also say that the storage gateway is a hybrid storage? Storage gateway is a hybrid storage. Okay. So let me put the architecture. So this is on-premises. On-premises data center. Okay. On the right side, we have, what is this? AWS. In AWS, what are the services we have? Storage services, S3, EBS, Glacier, FSX. Okay. In on-premises data center, what are the things that we have in on-premises data centers? In data centers, what do we have? Servers will be there, no? So there is only one server, No, multiple servers will be there. So multiple servers will be there. Like you have an application server, database server, that server, this server. So many servers will be there because it's a data center, no? In on-premises, so many servers are there. See, I'm putting those servers for example servers here. Web servers, right? Application servers, database servers, or your workstation. Your workstation will also be there or not? What is your workstation meaning? Your laptop. So web server and then app server, DB server. Don't think about this as a three-tier architecture. No, I'm just putting all the servers here. And this is your workstation. So like this, you have so many servers in your on-premises. So many employees will be there and every employee will have his laptop and they'll putting it. So what they're working on data only, no? So for every server or every laptop, every project, every employee has a data. So at the end of the day, what they do is they work on their project and finally all the data where they will store, they'll store on their local machine. They don't share on the local machine because if something happened to the local machine, all your data is gone. For that reason, what they do is they'll put it in the storage. There will be a storage separately. Yes or no? There will be a separate storage. All these people, what they do is they'll take the backup on the storage. They'll take the backup on the storage. Yes or no? No, no. When you're working in company, you'll be working, you have a lot of data, Excel sheet, PDF, that one, you did code, that code. There's so many things are there. End of the day, what do? You take the backup, no? Generally, in your laptop, if you have laptop, where do you take the backup? In pen drives or in hard disk, you'll take the backup. In companies also, where do you take the backup? In the storage server. In the storage server. So now, all these employees and all the servers, they put the data in the storage server. And how much is the size of the storage server? For example, let's say I'm saying 1 TB. This 1 TB is sufficient. Huh? After 2 months, this 1 TB will get full. No. What will you do after that? Increase to 5 TB or 10 TB, 15 TB, 20, 50, 100 terabytes, 200 terabytes, 300 terabytes. So every time you need to keep on increasing. Is it physical storage or virtual storage? Physical storage, because it is in the data center. Is it easy to increase like this? Is it easy to increase 1 TB, 10 TB, 20, 30, 40, 50? Is possible to increase? No. So you need to purchase new storage server. And then configuring, setting up everything is very difficult or not? It's very difficult. So, and also you need to put a lot of cost. Yes, Priyanka. And also, guys, how much ever data, how much ever storage you have, let's say 300 terabyte also you have, people will say that is not sufficient. Yes or no? Because projects are increasing and the data is also getting increased, and everyone says that, hey, there is a space issue, storage, no space, not sufficient space, right? I have a storage problem. So they'll say all these things. How much terabytes that you put also, these people will tell the same thing. How do we resolve this? You understand the problem statement first. So in on-premises, you have the storage server, which you cannot keep on increasing the storage. Keep on increasing the storage. So if you keep on increasing storage up to 300, 500, 1000 terabyte also, will that be sufficient? No, that is a limit. No, there is a 1000 terabyte, you're putting a limit. If you have 100 projects, is it possible to, is it sufficient? No. Then what is your problem here is you need more space. You need more storage. You need more storage. You need more space. Do you get it from on-premises? What is your answer? Do you get it from on-premises? No. So which one that you can look up that you can see there is so much of storage, there's so much of terabytes and so much of unlimited storage in AWS. So now imagine that you are in on-premises and you are a storage admin. And that too, see, everyone will take the backup here, no? As a storage admin, as a network admin, you need to take the backup of the storage, no? Yes or no? What happened? See, everyone will put the data here, and what happens if suddenly the storage goes down? iPi. Gone. So what do you need to do? You need to take the backup of the storage again. So that means you need to have another storage. Yes or no? So how much storage that you have, you need to have double of storage. If we have 10 terabyte, and you need to have one more 10 terabyte to take the backup of it. So storage issues, storage problems, space issues. Now imagine you are working here in the on-premises data center. You are working, you. Just imagine that you are in the data center and everyone came to you and started shouting, hey, what is the story? What is the problem? What is the issue? We don't have storage. We need storage. We need more space. We need more space. How much space you are giving also, next day they'll come and then I need more space, more space, more space. You understand? You understand the problem? Now, how it would be for you? How do you feel if AWS says that, Babu or Papa, use our AWS storage services like S3, EBS, Glacier, FSX in your on-premises. You create a bucket and use that bucket in on-premises. Generally, is that possible to do? No. Is it possible to use S3 in your on-premises as a storage? Is it possible to use EBS volume 16 terabyte in your on-premises? Is it possible to use Glacier in your on-premises? All these things in AWS, but you are mounting all these things in your on-premises. So now this workstation as a D drive, can you mount the bucket here in these workstations? And S3 is limited or unlimited storage? Unlimited storage. So do you have any space issues now? How will it be? It will be superb or not? Yes or no? Yes, it will be superb. So do you have any space issues now? Do you need to worry about the storage? Because we are using AWS storage services in on-premises. That is, so how do we use? Using a service called storage gateway. Gateway. So between your on-premises and AWS, there is a gateway. What is that gateway? Storage gateway. Using this concept storage gateway, so in AWS, what we have, Nana? Storage gateway. This is a storage gateway. It's a storage gateway service. Storage gateway service. Using the storage gateway service, we'll mount S3, EBS, Glacier, FSX into on-premises. Understood? You understood the solution first. Then I'll go deeper. Is this clear online till here? Okay. Super. So now you want to move your on-premises data to AWS, correct? That meaning, see here, Nana, there should be someone here in order to take all your on-premises data and push it to here, no? Yes or no? There should be someone in your on-premises. Let's say, for example, in this batch, offline people, I got a doubt that you're talking something about me. Example, you don't talk, you're good people, I know. Huh? So I want to know what you guys are talking. Then I put Madhu in your group. I'll put Madhu in your group. So whatever that you're talking, who will take that discussion to me? Madhu. So Madhu is like agent. So agent will be with me or with you? With you. He will be sitting with you, he'll be traveling with you, and entire data he'll be transferring to me. Yeah, spy. Madhu spy. Understood. Similarly, in on-premises also, all the data should be handled by agent. Na? So agent should be in on-premises or in AWS. Yeah? On-premises. You should, that agent, we should not call it as agent, but we should be calling it as storage gateway appliance. What is this we call? Storage gateway appliance. Like agent only. Storage gateway appliance, you say. Appliance. Storage gateway appliance. It's like agent. So all your servers in our on-premises will be connected to whom? Storage gateway appliance. So all these things will get connected to here. This web server will get connected to this. And app server will get connected to this. DB server will get connected to this. So like this, everyone will get connected. Is it clear? And this storage gateway appliance will be connected to AWS. Okay, now is this clear? Slowly getting it? So in on-premises, we have storage gateway appliance. On AWS side, we have storage gateway service. And then you have the end destination S3, EBS, Glacier, whichever it is. Storage services are there. So now, let's say, for example, I have so many photos, backups, photos, documents, PDFs, that files, these files. So which service do you suggest to store all these things? Which one? Louder. Louder and confident. Hmm. What? So you had to be confident while saying the answer. Okay. What is the answer is S3 because all the files, photos, storage, everything will go in S3 only, no? Okay. Now I need to have a block-based storage where I just want to put my applications, put all my data, run, execute everything. Which one do you suggest? EBS. And I have a lot of backups which I'll not be using it. And I want to archive it. Glacier, and I want to have a shared storage between the my on premises. I have multiple servers. I want to have shared storage for Windows machine. So based on this requirement, AWS came up with different types of gateways. Different types of gate. So what is the service name here? Storage gateway. In storage gateway, we have different types of gateways. So if you want to use S3, like if you want to put the data in S3, like files, photos, whatever, what are the things that you can put in S3. So if you want to use S3, there is a gateway called file gateway. What is it, Nana? So if you want to use S3 in your on-premises, which gateway that you need to create? File gateway. If you want to use volumes in your on-premises, what gateway that you create? Volume gateway. Which one? Volume gateway. Volume gateway. So what one is first one? File gateway. Second one? Volume gateway. And then here for Glacier, we have something called, no, not Glacier gateway. So we call it as here tape gateway. What is it, Hannah? Tape gateway. And last one, we call it as FSX gateway. How many are there? What are those? File gateway, volume gateway, tape gateway, FSX gateway. So out of these gateways, you tell me which one should I took for file gateway. So we'll take file gateway and then we'll do the practicals. Okay. So now you choose the correct one because most of the people use file gateways only mostly. So Nana, if you want to use S3, which is a gateway that you need to create? File gateway. So if you are using S3, which gateway you create here? File gateway. Which one, Nana? File gateway. And if you want to use Linux machines, it works on NFS. For Windows, it is SMB, server message block. What is that? Server message block. On which protocol your file gateway will work? NFS and SMB. Which one, Nana? NFS and SMB. So which, again, file gateway works on which protocol? NFS and SMB. NFS is for which operating systems? Linux. SMB for Windows. Getting it? Nice. Now, if I want to use EBS, then what gateway that you need to create? Volume gateway. So the next one here is volume gateway. Volume gateway. Now, in volume gateway, there are two types. One is called cached volume. Another one we call it as stored volume. What is that? Cached volume, stored volume. Now you tell me, I want to have very fast and all frequently access data need to be very fast. Which type would you choose? Cached or stored? Cached. Right? If you want to be faster, if you want to access the data faster from the EBS from on premises, which type of gateway, which type of volume that you create? Cached volume. Stored volume meaning directly you are, see. No. This storage gateway appliance is an agent, no? The storage gateway appliance should be in where? In your on-premises or AWS? On-premises. So this agent should be installed on some server, no? Yes or no? This agent should be on some server. So that meaning this will be on your virtual machine or not? In on-premises, you have virtualization, no? In on-premises, you have virtualization. So you create a virtual machine and you need to install a storage gateway appliance in that virtual machine. But listen this carefully. There is a software called storage gateway appliance. It's a software. in your on-premises, you need to download this software, install it on a virtual machine. And what is that virtual machine called? Storage Gateway Appliance. So nowadays, you know to install that Storage Gateway Appliance. AWS is giving you, if you're using VMware on on-premises, AWS is giving you an image. Download it, create a virtual machine from out of it. Automatically, this Storage Gateway Appliance is there inside it, in that image. You know to install. So it can be on VM, and importantly, to make these practicals, I will keep the Storage Gateway Appliance in EC2. So you need to consider EC2 as a virtual machine in on-premises. You need to assume, otherwise you cannot do practical. Understood? Understood. So Storage Gateway Appliance will be on the EC2 for now, but in real time, it should be on the virtual machine in on-premises. Clear? Later, don't ask me, sir, why is on-premises, why you're taking EC2? You need to imagine that EC2 is a virtual machine in on-premises. Otherwise, we cannot do practice. There is no on-premises for us, no? Okay, Nana. So this is a virtual machine only, no? So does it has its own, can I add a separate volume here? I mean, separate disk, call it as cache disk. See here. Let's say this is see here, listen this, see here. This is a storage gateway appliance. All will be get connected to the storage gateway appliance. And this storage gateway will connect to S3. This storage gateway will connect to EBS. This storage gateway connect to Glacier. This storage gateway will connect to FSX based on what kind of what kind of gateway that you have created. Yes or no? Okay. Now let's assume you are using file gateway, Nana. So this S3 bucket that you have created will be mounted through file gateway through here to, it will be mounted here. So whatever the data that appear, it will go and sit over here. So data will be going here like this every time. And if you are using any frequently accessed data, that will be stored here. So next time from here, do you need to go here or you need to go here? Cache, and this will get reply. So that is the purpose of cache disk. That is the purpose of cache disk. Understood? The storage gateway is little bit heavy. Try to digest. Okay. So, and by the way, S3 is what based storage? Objects based storage. EBS is super. Block based storage. Glacier, object based storage only. FSX is, it can be file based object. In FSX, you can put any, basically object based storage. Okay, so it's a file system. Nana, so you have created file gateway and volume gateway. In volume gateway, how many types are there? 2 types. What are those? Cached volume and stored volume. And this file gateway works on which protocol? NFS and SMB. And this guy, this volume gateway works on, what is that called? Read. How does it pronounce? ISCC, ICICI, yeah? ISI. So we in real time we call it as ice kasi. What is that? Kasi, not that kasi. Ice kasi. What is that? Ice kasi. So ice kasi is also one of the protocol which is used by the volume gateway. Okay, na? Say that. Remember this. Whenever you see that ISCSI, so you should say it as ice kasi. So that is that we call it in real time. Okay, so now, is it clear file gateway and volume gateway? So what is the next gateway? Tape gateway. Very good. What is the next one here? Tape gateway. Tape meaning, what is tape? Oh, you are talking about normal tape, huh? Okay, so not that one. I still remember in my olden days when I was in Infosys, I used to work in data center. I told you, no. So on those days, we all take the backup in the storage. From the storage, we need to take the backup in another place, no? You know where we are taking the backups? We are taking in tapes. Tapes meaning, do you remember in our old lesson we have cassettes? We take in and we'll put it and we'll take pen and then we'll do like this, no? Right? So that's called tapes. The or the cassettes. Where do we put this cassette? In the tape recorder only, no? Have you seen tape recorder? Ah, really? Then we are in the same age. Arey, why are you laughing, Ray? I'm not old. Wait, what is this? You're insulted me. Okay, tape recorder. So in olden days, we used to have a tape recorder, and then it will open the mouth like this, and then you put the cassette inside it, and then push it back, and then play. Remember? So that is called a tape recorder, and you put inside this tape. Similarly, in data centers also, we have a tape. We don't call it as tape recorder there. We call it as tape library. What is that? Tape library. In tape library, we used to have a cassettes. Cassette meaning not small cassette that you are using. Do you remember VCD, VCR, VCD? VCD is how much big cassette? This much big cassette, no? So that much size will be there. So we will insert that and then we'll take the backup in the tapes. Monday I used to go and put one tape. Tuesday second cassette. Wednesday third cassette like this. Every day I used to put the cassette. And Sunday I'll take the full backup in the cassette. And that tapes, I'll put it in the locker. We have like a Birwa locker. So it's a very big locker, very huge. For at that time I was very young, no. I mean now also. Why I'm putting myself in arre. So on those, because if you want to open that locker, you cannot. I was very lean, so I could not open. My manager is to come and then push that locker, and because if something happened to the building, if fire something happened also, that locker will not get burned. It get not get fire. So our backup will be safe inside. So that is as a part of disaster recovery, we used to do that. Now here, now AWS came. Now everything is virtual, no. So if you want to no. What are we taking in the tapes? Backup only, no? Archive only, no? So now archive meaning Glacier, we have it, no? In AWS. So do we need to have a physical tape library now? No, we have to have virtual type library. That is called VTL. What's that? VTL, virtual tape library. So we have some that. So next here we have something called tape library gateway. Sorry, tape gateway. What's the next gateway here? Tape gateway. Tape gateway. And this tape gateway has something called VTL. VTL, virtual tape library. Virtual tape library. So using this virtual tape library, we'll take the backups to where? Glacier. So I no need to take it in cassettes now. So I use this tape gateway connected to my on-premises, and then whatever the data that I want to put it, I'll using tape gateway, I'll put it in Glacier. Do I need to put it in Locker now? Now Locker is replaced with Glacier. So that is called here tape gateway. And this also use iSCSI. This also use iSCSI. Okay, now. And the last one is FSX, FSX gateway, which is recently got introduced. So if at all you want to use FSX, you can use the FSX gateway. We don't do anything there much. Because FSX need Active Directory. Remember Active Directory? Directory services, where it's a paid service, wherein you pay $350 per month. So where we cannot do. But if you're ready, then I'll do. No, huh? వద్దులేండి సార్. But as based on this experience in real time, you can easily do it, no issues. Okay. So finally, we have FSX gateway. And is this clear till here, everyone? Appa. Do you all understood the architecture? If you find this diagram anywhere in the internet, come and ask me. You don't get this kind of architectural diagrams anywhere. If you take how much big trainer also, you don't get it. Because what I did when I was implementing this, no, whatever the services that I'm teaching, I implemented all these things in real time. So when I don't know anything about the storage gateway, what I used to do, I used to read all the documentations first from AWS, right? And then what I do, I'll take a pen and paper and I start sketching it. That's the reason why I have a habit of painting here. So any requirement you take, first I'll sketch it. First okay, assume like this one, it is connecting to this and this. So actually, so since then I was starting drawing everything and then I'm giving the same drawing. I clearly made nicely all these diagrams and I'm putting it here. So this will help you a lot. By seeing the diagrams, easily you can understand what is what and what is going. Okay? Lucky you. Okay, so is it clear, Nana? Everyone? So see this diagram for a minute. And I'll be asking which one to create first and which one to create next. See this diagram and then think. I'm giving a minute. Okay, now? Done, everyone? Okay. So I'm taking a new paint and let's see one by one. So what we need to create first? Storage gateway. Okay, so first, no, there are, okay, first we'll create a storage gateway. So storage gateway service on AWS. So first we'll go to storage gateway service on AWS. And what is the gateway that we'll create? What type of gateway? File gateway. What type of gateway? So we go and create a file gateway. So this is step number 1. While creating a file gateway in AWS, it will ask, Babu, where is the storage gateway appliance? Because file gateway need to connect to the appliance only, no? So where is the appliance? On premises. So in appliance, in on premises, meaning it will be on virtual machine, no? But I told you here, we need to put it on EC2. Yes or no? So the next step here is storage gateway appliance. You need to create. So do we need to install storage gateway appliance? No need, because AWS will give you image. That image contains already a storage gateway appliance. You don't need to install separately. Storage gateway appliance. You have it. So this is our EC2. And it requires M5 which is our favorite instance type? T2 micro. But this one is M5 X large. And also it requires a additional storage for cache disk, no? Cache disk of 150 GB to work. So is it free practicals? No. But I'll tell you how much it will cost. You can do it easily, but I'll tell you how much it costs. Remind me when I log into the console. First, I'll tell you for M5X large how much cost AWS will charge for it. Okay, so this is the second step. Agree? Second step. And after that, these two people, this file gateway and then upline, these two need to get connected or not? Without this connection, can you push the data? You cannot push the data. So here, connection. So first is sent, second is done. Next, we need to create S3 bucket, no? Destination. This is S3 bucket. This step is third step. I'll create an S3 bucket. Once I create an S3 bucket, now I need to have the connection between file gateway and S3 bucket. Yes or no? So from here, I need to create something called file share. What I need to create? File share I need to create. So you need to connect to S3 bucket. So this is what step? 4. See how the connections are happening. Finally, now we have all these things. There should be some source node to put the data. So we'll go and launch one Linux EC2 instance. This is, assume this is like this guy. We have web app, DB works, all the machines will be there in on-premises. No, similarly, I'm taking one of the example here, sample example. And this can be your T2 Linux machine, T2 micro. T2 micro is fine. EC2, T2 micro. Sample machine, Nana. Sample machine. So what I do is, so once you create this file gateway, it will give a mount point. What is that? Mount path. Mount path. You need to take that mount path and configure here. Remember, in EFS, we have configured the mount path. So what is EFS using which protocol here now? I mean, yeah, not our EC2 instance, NFS. Which one, Anna? NFS. So to use NFS, do you remember what is the thing that we need to install? What package we need to install? NFS utils we need to install. Remember in EFS we did no. Similarly, you log into it. We need to install NFS utils, create a directory, and then it gives this this file get will give the mount point. No, this file mount path is nothing but which is connected to S3, which is connected to your storage gateway appliance. That mount path it will give. Configure the mount path on the EC2 instance. Log into the EC2 instance. Put that data in mount path. If you put that data in mount path, the data will go through storage gateway appliance to file gateway. It will go here and it will go and sit in the S3 bucket. You see that? You see that? Mount path is the combination of S3 bucket and storage gateway appliance. So you configure this, and from here, the data will come here to here, and data will go and sit here into the S3 bucket. Clear? So in real time, including this, these are on premises. These two are on premises. Yes or no? And this one is? Yes, AWS. This one is AWS. Wow. So what is the last step here? Fifth. This is the fifth step. Okay. Now see this diagram for a minute and then we'll do the practicals. Which one to be created first? And you tell me, I'll be creating it. Hmm. Just looking like a wow. Huh? Done now. Online, you're clear? क्या बोलते? Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. So as per the diagram, you tell me what is the first thing that you will be doing it. Hmm? Storage, gateway, storage. Oh. In this winter season, we have to be very, especially I should be very careful. Yes or no? Otherwise, voice gone. Okay. Do you see this is the storage and storage gateway is a global service or regional? Regional. So it is in Mumbai, select Mumbai only. And then here, what is the first thing, Nana, here? What we need to create? Create gateway. Create gateway. Click on create gateway. Name of the gateway. 9 a.m. gateway. Ah, okay. 9 a.m. gateway. And I told how many types of gateways are there? Four. What are those? S3 file gateway, volume gateway, tape gateway, FSX gateway. In volume gateway, how many things are there? Two types. What are those? Cached volume, stored volume. So as you requested, which one should I go for? File gateway. Okay. You can configure any of the gateways here. Same process. So I'm going with the file gateway. So, okay, I went to the file gateway. And then here it is asking, Babu, where is yours? You need to configure storage gateway appliance. No, your appliance is on where? VMware. Huh? Your appliance is where? Basically, it should be an on-premises. No, in on-premises, it's a virtual machine. No, that virtual machine, virtualization technology is what technology? VMware. So if you're using in on-premises VMware, select VMware and download this OEF template. So using this, on-premises guys will know how to create a virtual machine. So your virtual machine will be ready with the storage gateway appliance. So out of this, which one I need to select here? Amazon EC2, because that is the storage gateway appliance for us as we don't have any on-premises. Okay, na? Otherwise, simply I could have skipped, no? We cannot do the practicals bulk, I can skip it, right? So, but somehow we need to do the practicals. For that reason, I'm showing you here. And now Amazon EC2. So what we need to, we need to launch one EC2 instance, no? We need to launch one EC2 instance, which has storage gateway appliance inside it. And what is the instance type that we should use? M5 X large. And you need to have additional 150 GB additional volume, we need to attach it. So we need to launch one EC2 instance, no? Okay. So here you have launch EC2 instance. Use default settings, customize setting. Which one we always go for? Customize. Default don't use because default you don't learn anything. So let's go for customize. If you click on customize, do you see here? Launch instance is there. And do you see what it is saying? M5X large. And how much it is asking? 150 GB. So should we go and launch instance? Click on launch instance. Open that. So what I do for you to make you even more easier, I'll write the steps what I did. It will be easy for you. What is the first step, Nana? Go to AWS Storage Gateway console and create what gateway? File gateway. That's the first step. What is the second step that we are doing? Launch EC2 instance with M5 X large having 150 GB. I'm writing here. So what is this one here? Storage gateway appliance. This is a appliance. And do you see this AMI is already selected here? Am I already selected? You no need to select. But remember, in Habitat, if you go and select browse more AMIs and select Red Hat, it's gone. It will not work. So by default here, AWS Storage Gateway is already selected. So don't worry on this. And here, which one we need to select, Nana? M5, M5 X large. 16 GB memory. Okay. Key pair 9M batch. So if you want to know how much it is costing, and do you see this here? Clearly it shows here the price. So it is a Linux based on-demand Linux. How much is 0.202 per hour? So it is in US, it is in dollars, correct? So 0.202. So convert that dollar to INR. How much is that? 0.202. How much is that? 16 rupees. So to do these practicals, how much it cost? 16 rupees. So can't you spend 16 rupees to do the practical? Yes or no? Don't worry, nothing will happen. 16 rupees, maximum 20 rupees will happen. But if you forget not deleting it, 16 into 16 into 16 into 16 until you come back to class. So you have to be careful. Once you do it, terminate the machine. Otherwise, it is cost. Okay. So no problem. So you can use it. So 9am batch, edit it. I'll put it in 1A, select existing group, default. How much is the root volume here? 8, because we took M5X large bigger machine. No, for that reason, it has 80 GB. So we need to add a additional volume. Yes or no? How much? 150 GB. So which one would you go for? GP2 is fine. Understood? No? And then go and launch instance. So what we have done here? Launch EC2 instance with M5X large having root volume 80 GB and additional 150 GB. So as per the habit, don't change 80 GB to 30 GB back. Right? So it'll not work. Yes, Harsha, that's good. What's the next step, Nana? Here, EC2 instance is secured by the security group, no? So here, I was talking something, what? Security group. So security group, if you go here, do you see? we are using NFS, no? So you need to open these port numbers 2049, 111, this one, everything you need to go and add one by one. So for now, can I go and enable all traffic for now? But in real time, just clearly go and mention one by one protocol. Don't enable all traffic. For now, I'm going with the all traffic to make you easy. So I'll writing here, enable all traffic for default secret group. In real time, Nana? Yes. I'll say this is temporary. In real time, use necessary protocols. Fourth step. So let's go and do that. Where is the security group? Security group. Tell me how to do it. Inbound rules. Add inbound rules. Add rule. All traffic. I'll put it to anywhere. Just go ahead and then save. So this is what we did. So what's the first step, Nana? So now our instance is ready or not? Let's wait our instance is ready or not. 2/2 checks are passed. It's fine. So our instance is ready now. Now go back to here. And did we completed all the steps here? Check the checkbox. I completed all the steps. We have launched the EC2 instance. And then click on next. Now here asking for connect to AWS. From where? From your on-premises. So I told you this one. This is done. This is done. And now what we do? Connection we need to do. So we are in AWS configuring this. And if you want to connect this, M5 extra, this EC2 instance has IP address. No, I'll take this IP address and put it here. See here, IP address. And I need to put that. Which IP address I need to put? Instance IP address. So copy the public IP and then put it over here. Because you are connecting it. So public access or VPC hosted? For now, publicly hosted, but in real time, VPC hosted. Because we are in internet, no? For that reason, we go with the public accessible. Is it clear, Nana? Step number 1, you are connecting to AWS. So if everything is good, then it will get connected. Otherwise, no. So let's click on next. Okay. It is saying activate gateway. Come down and click on activate gateway. So now it is configuring cache storage. So preparing local disk. What is the local disk that we have? How much we have given for cache? 150. So it is checking that additional volume 150 GB and it'll show it here in few seconds. It will take a little bit time. So let's wait until. So what is the fourth step that we did now? Connection. So continue on storage gateway console. And then what we did? Connect to the gateway. Connect to the gateway. And what we did? Provide EC2 instance public IP. You use public IP, don't use private IP. But if it is VPC hosted, private IP. Very good now. Okay. What's the fifth step? What the fifth step that we are doing? We are waiting, no? So, no, here, waiting. So let's wait until it is available. So here, let it come. CloudWatch log group. Do you want logs? For now, no. But in real time, enable it. Now deactivate logging. CloudWatch alarms. Do you want alarms now? No. So if required, go ahead. So it is loading. Let's wait. So once you know what it comes? It comes that 150 GB will come, and then you need to allocate as a cache. So I'll write it here meanwhile. Wait until to get the gateway active and allocate additional 150 GB as cache. Okay. Do you see that we got it? And here we need to allocate as cache. And then go ahead and then click on config. Now everyone clear? Online, is this clear? What we did? Now tell me what to do there. We need to create a S3 bucket. Let's go and create a S3 bucket. So by default, which type of bucket? Public or private that you create? By default, what bucket that you create? Chitti, what type of bucket that you create by default? What Chitti? What is this? Hmm? If you're learning too much, these kind of answers you get. Right. So here I'll call it, I'll go, it is here 9 a.m. Um, hmm. Huh? Storage gateway, BKT demo. Hmm. So I'll go and create a private bucket here because storage gateway service is in AWS only, no? And S3 is also in AWS, no? If these two services will talk in publicly or privately, so that many connection will establish, no? If you are connecting from internet to S3, then you create a public bucket. Okay, that's a logic. So ACLs enable it, disable it. Disable it, check, blah, 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 and then go ahead and then create bucket. Okay, bucket got created, Nana. So I need to write it, no? 6. What we did? 6. Create a S3 private bucket. If I say create S3 bucket, then you will get stop here and think publica, privata, publica. So that's why I'm clearly writing create a private bucket. So next, see the diagram and tell me. Create a file share. So where we need to go now? Go to storage gateway and refresh. I'll do a hard refresh a bit. So now it is running. Make sure it is running. Do I need to create tapes? Create volumes? Create file share? When do you create tapes? If you have which gateway? Volume gateway. When you create, I'm sorry, tape gateway. So if you want to create volumes, then if you have a volume gateway. So as we have created file gateway, for that reason, you need to create a file share. So click on file share. Okay. So which is the gateway that you want to connect? 9 a.m. gateway. This one just now we created it. You want to EC2 instance that you want to create at this as a source is Linux or Windows? Linux. So which one will you select? NFS or SMB? NFS. And NFS is for Linux, so SMB is for Windows. S3 bucket. You're doing the connection. Which one? 9 a.m. Okay. From here also you can create a new S3 bucket, but it doesn't matter. Okay. You understand how to create a file share? So click on create file share or customize. We go and click on customize. But if you go directly create a file share, automatically these standard rules will apply. So do you remember we have storage classes in S3? So S3, whatever the data that you're uploading from on-premises to AWS, those are objects only, no? Every object, what is the default storage class? Standard frequently accessed. So by default, all your objects will be in a standard storage class. And then I'll show. So click on customize configuration. 9 a.m. So bucket name, this one we have given. That's fine. That's fine. File share name automatically get pre-filled. You no need to write anything here. And which one we have selected already? NFS. Did we selected in logs? Deactivate logs and automate cache refresh from S3. Now we have created a cache volume, no? So that cache volume, it has to go to S3 and get the latest data, no? So how much interval that it has to go to S3 and get the data? You can set a refresh interval in real time, not now. You understand this point? Automate cache. So it has to go to S3 and get the latest data, no, all the time. So whenever you put set refresh interval, how much time? So at that time, it will go and get the latest data. So your request need no need to go to S3. Your request will get a response from the cache only. That's it. Is it clear? So basically in file session, do you need to do anything here? Nothing. Keep it everything default. Now click on next. This also, which one you want? Standard only. So object metadata, keep everything. It will create its own role, and by default, it is encrypted. What is the encryption that we are using? SSC S3. Very good. Click on next. And the file share will accept connection from any NFS clients. Add one or more clients to restrict access. So basically here, I'm giving the permissions allowed clients everyone /0. Okay, that meaning anyone can connect. So in on premises, we have separate network, no ranges. So I'm giving any range in my on premises can connect to my file gateway. So I'm just giving here 0000/0. So here keep all these things default, no? So click on next and then click on create. So basically, what you have done here, have you done any changes? No. Create a, what is that we have did? File share from storage gateway console. And while creating file share, use NFS because we are using Linux. So allow allow clients 0.0.0/0. Okay. And rest, leave it defaults. Okay. Super. In network ranges, you cannot put star. Only. So because your IP address has these 4 segments, no? 192.1, the 4 segments will be there. So you cannot put star. That's a syntax of IP address. Now, is this clear till here? Next. Launch a Linux EC2 instance. Which one? T2 Micro. Our normal Linux EC2 instance will launch it. So that one is considered as these things. One of the machine here. So we are considering any one of the machine here. So we'll go and launch one Linux EC2 instance. See how much we are doing it, but you have to be very careful. If you miss somewhere a little bit, gone. So here I call it as some Linux server. Browse. Which one? Select Red Hat. T2 Micro. 9am batch. Edit it. Subnet. Existing group. Default. And then go ahead and then normally launch. And what we do, we need to connect to this Linux machine, no? So we need to connect the Linux machine and do what? First, what we need to install? NFS utils we need to install. After that, we create a directory. And then we need to mount to that directory and go inside the directory and then create some file. Once I create a file, where should I see? Yes, you're right. Where? Here I have logged in. I mount it here. I'll show you the mount path. Where is the mount path? So it is coming up. In file share, updating, available. No. If you go here, do you see the mount here? I'm copying and putting in the sure. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. So this one. See this once. Mount minus T, NFS, blah blah blah, no log hard. What IP address is this? Whose IP address is that? Hmm? Hmm. EC2 instance IP address. That means storage gateway appliance, that one. And then this one is S3 bucket. Now I'll put it. What is the first command that we need to install? First sudo minus S and then yum install minus y nfs utils. Next mkdir. Give some directory name. What directory name? Give me one name, no? Huh? Huh? Storage gateway. Okay, no problem. Storage gateway. Storage. Uh, okay. Storage gateway. Give any some name. Okay. Or else, okay, I'll say it as SG demo. Storage gateway. So, and then mount blah 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 to which folder, which directory you need to mount here? SG demo. I need to put slash. So these are things that you need to do it in your Linux machine. So once you do this, and then we need to go to CD. Do you feel SG demo is a little bit more complicated? Or should I rename that chain? Rename it? No, no. Okay. So CD here. And then create some file, test.txt, touch. And this file, if you create it here, no, once you create it here, through this, it will go and sit where? S3 bucket. If it is going sitting in S3 bucket, whatever we did is architecture is perfectly correct. Fingers crossed. And let's see if something is wrong, we cannot. So otherwise, let's see it works or not. So now should we log into the machine? Two checks are passed. Yes. I copy this. Open putty. Bold. So here, auth credentials, 9am patch, and then click on open. EC2 minus user. Sudo minus yes. Yum install minus y, nfs minus utils. Complete. What is the next step? mkdir sg demo. Then we need to copy the mount point, no? So keep it ready, this mount point. And then enter. And then we need to go inside the mount point, no? cd sg demo. And then here, create some sample file, touch text.txt, some file. Now this file should be uploaded where? Are we uploading direct to S3? No, na. So through storage gateway appliance is there, file gateway is there, file share is there. If everything is properly created, then only it will go and sit in S3. You're getting it? So this, see, Nana, this is your on-premises machine, yes or no? In on-premises, everyone started shouting there is space issue in on-premises. But if you are now mounting S3 bucket to you like this here, that person or that employee, whoever it is, will complain now? Because he's storing directly where? S3. He's logging into the console. He's logging, putting any username password. No, you're just mounting it. You're just mounting it. And then if you just go inside the directory and start putting all your data, everything is getting stored in S3. But do you need to have on-premises storage anymore? See, like this, everyone are moving to AWS. They are clearing it up. Okay, should we go and check it in S3, Nana? వద్దులే. No. Okay, let's go and check it. Okay. So let's go inside. Do you see that? Test.txt. Say wow. Wow. Understood, Nana? So by practice, you'll get to know all these things. And maybe first time you might fail, no issues. Second time, if you do this, it'll work. Understood? So what we did here, what's the next step? What the next step that we did here? Eighth step, launch Red Hat Linux EC2 instance, T2 micro for test. And then we have I just copy paste this. These are things that you did. And finally, check the file in S3. If you do this, it will be superb. Storage gateway. Understood, Nana? Any questions? There was a question. Sir, can we also see the file on EC2 instance of storage gateway appliance? Or can we also see the file on EC2 instance of storage gateway appliance? No, storage gateway appliance, no. We are not logging into storage gateway appliance. So we are not logging in here. We are logging in here on this machine. And this machine, there is a mount point now here. There is a mount path right here. This mount path is a combination of your storage gateway appliance and then S3 bucket. Yes or no? So this one is your storage gateway appliance and this one is your S3 bucket and you're mounting to your local directory. So once you log in here and as you have mounted this here, through here, it will go and sit there. Okay. So take the screenshots online. Hmm? And the next. Sir, what is df minus h? So df minus h is used to, it's a disk file system command. If you want to see the mount points, so DC df minus h, do you see the mount point here? SD demo is mounted to this particular mount. So this is unlimited storage size. Okay, na? You took the screenshot? Take it. So once you are done with all these things, make sure that you go ahead and then terminate the EC2 instance and delete the storage gateway. If you pusuk forget into 16. Okay. So I'm just going and terminating it before I also forget. So select all these things. Another important thing is we have not selected logs, no, Harsha? That's fine. S3 bucket also, go ahead and delete it. Empty first. So will you able to do this practical? Everything is there in that paint. Just go one by one, aram se you can do it. So I want to see how you guys will perform in real time also. Just assume that in experienced people will be there where they don't know about all this thing, how to do it, and you are going and sitting in front of them. Huh? That maza is different, correct? Hmm? Me, huh? So shutting down. Let's wait. So gateway also. Go ahead and delete the gateway. All these options are normal, Nana. You can stop, it's in the passwords and all. Delete gateway. Go ahead and then delete it. Once you delete this gateway, choose reason. Bye bye. And then submit. So file share also, it has deleted everything. Okay. So if you go for volume gateways, volumes will be there. Tape gateways, tapes will be there here. Okay. So gateways are done. And so do you see this here? It terminated, no? Let's wait. What is the best thing that, how do you check? Go to dashboard, refresh. Do you see these nasty things here? If you terminate the EC2 instance, additional volume will get deleted. How much is our additional volume? If you forgot that 150 GB to delete, milega, right? So go ahead and then delete the volumes too. So this is the volume 150 GB. This is important. Nana, please write it in your book. So delete the storage gateway, terminate EC2 instance, delete S3 bucket. I'll write. First is terminate EC2 instances, uh, delete storage gateway, delete S3 bucket, delete 150 GB additional volume. Nice. Done enough? Any questions? Okay. Super. Can you give the final CC for today online? CC with smile, please. Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you on Monday with the next another service. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. See you on Monday. Bye bye.